This is a video telling you to stop using AI, but it's also a video telling you what to use instead. I know there are people in the TTRPG community industry that think they have to use AI for XYZ reason, and they're wrong on all fronts, and I'm going to share other tools to use instead. But before that, introductions! Hey folks, my name is VJ Harris. My pronouns are they, them, he, him, and something funny. I'm a full-time tabletop role-playing designer and professional game master. You might recognize my name from things such as MCDM Productions, Arcadia, Flea Mortals, or An Elf and Cat Little Baby, volumes 1 through 4. Okay, introduction done. Let's get back to it. Now, before I talk about other options, let's talk about why you shouldn't use AI. There's the obvious reason. It's stealing from artists, and people are using said generated art for their own financial gain, as seen by all of these AI-generated covers for DM's Guild properties. But maybe you don't care about that, so let's talk about people's physical lives. It poisons people! In South Memphis, Tennessee, a neighborhood called Boxtown is paying the price for the AI revolution with every breath. This historically Black community, founded by formerly enslaved people who built homes from discarded railroad boxcars, now faces a new threat: massive gas-powered generators installed by xAI, Elon Musk's artificial intelligence company, that are poisoning their air. It exploits labor. Tech companies that have branded themselves as AI first depend on heavily surveilled gig workers like data laborers, delivery drivers, and content monitors. Startups are even hiring people to impersonate AI systems like chatbots due to the pressure by venture capitalists to incorporate so-called AI into their products. In fact, London-based venture capital firm MMC Ventures surveyed 2,830 AI startups in the EU and found that 40% of them didn't use AI in a meaningful way. Far from the sophisticated sentient machines portrayed in media and pop culture, so-called AI systems are fueled by millions of underpaid workers around the world, performing repetitive tasks under precarious labor conditions. And unlike the AI researchers paid six-figure salaries in Silicon Valley corporations, these exploited workers are often recruited out of impoverished populations and paid as little as $1.46 an hour after tax. Names! I know names. People's names, city names, country names, etc. are hard for me, and I know they're hard for some of you. So here are some excellent resources for getting names. Fantasy Name Generator. It's been around since at least 2012, and it doesn't use generative AI. It's your one-stop shop for city, people, and country names. On the fantasy side of things, it's got 57 categories of various properties for you to choose from, including D&D, Pathfinder, Starfinder, Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Age, Naruto, and more. Also, outside of those properties, there's a section for fantasy and folklore, which is different from the names tied to various properties. On the nonfiction side of things, which obviously can still be used in fiction, when I tell you it has so many options, there's roughly 224 different generators spanning across Africa, the Americas, Asia, Europe, the Middle East, Oceania, and historic names. So Roman, Byzantine, Old West, Latin, Shakespearean. Donjon is similar to Fantasy Name Generator. It's not as expansive, but it still has a bunch of different names. It still has a bunch of different name categories you can choose from: common, monstrous, outsider, fantasy, ancient world, medieval Europe, Asia, and the Far East, Africa, the New World. And then within those categories, there are subcategories. For example, outsider has subcategories of celestial, fiendish, modron, air, earth, fire, and water elemental. Now, to talk about cities, countries, and continents, both Donjon and Fantasy Name Generators have generators for that. Fantasy Name Generator is more expansive, from Aboriginal towns to Viking towns. There's also a country and nation generator. On top of those generators, there's the general place and location, which includes stuff like continents, hospitals, jungles, temples, casinos, circuses, and more. Donjon's Fantasy Town Generator does include names, but also environment, topography, town size, culture, races, and an actual map. Finally, before we leave, I want to talk about another fun way to make names. Smash your keyboard! Literally, smash your keyboard. I tried this out with my good friend Shan, Anon B, the amazing artist. Check them out in the descriptions. And this is what I came up with, right? It's LSDKJHFKDSJF and turned into Lasadek, Jafik, Das Jeffa, and Las Dekav Hufik Disjef. Of course, make sure after you make words like this, you look them up on Google so you aren't accidentally saying slurs and stuff. But that's it for now, folks. I'll be back again with more suggestions for you not to use AI. Peace out!